Hey yo, you lucky my brother here.
It's too real when it's hot as no chill. Sickening so ill, you starve and get no frills. So when we in it, you just let the threats of
y'all about to see me outside right now, man. You know we on Nach TV. Y'all can see everybody out here, man. We getting it in. Listen, this is another amazing Passover, man. All the brothers, all the sisters, they're putting in so much work, man. Listen, the garments, oh my God. Listen, the brotherhood, even better, man. You know what I mean? The generals and captains, we all doing everything we could do, you know what I mean, and put it down for the Most High in Christ, you know what I mean? Damn right. Nach TV, baby.
You don't want no niggas at your front door. You don't want war, you don't want war. You don't want them niggas at your front door. Talking all slick, niggas keep that same image. Fucked up apparently, supposed to be my bro. Fucked around, became my enemy. Holding down this post for this rank that they gave to me. It's a game to you, but it can't be a game to me. Putting in this grip, can't say you the same as me. Prepared to lose it all. Shit, I lost.
Yo. What's happening with you, bro?
I pray I die for my niggas. You know I'm hitting them
Preaching officer
Squeezing
ShalahYaahla.
them triggers, my bullets hitting you won't heal it with stitches. You don't want that, you don't want to get your skull cracked. Better tighten up when a nigga tell you fall back. Titties on the drum, you a sucker, give you all that.
5,000 coming out of Harlem, you know what I mean? Representing ISBK Yonkers, you know what I'm saying? Trying to take ground all over the world, you know what I mean?
Right.
Son of Christ, man. What's going on?
Look, man. All right, so I know you personally. You know what I'm saying? I know when you get on that mic, you snap.
Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ, man.
Snap.
Appreciate that.
You know what I mean? You snap.
Most High in Christ.
So if I could, where all that passion come from?
Man, listen, I guess the passion comes from pain, you know what I mean? That's where it really comes from, living life. You know what I mean? When you get up there and you see your people in such a disarray, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
In such a messed up condition, I mean, you gotta feel it, you know what I'm saying? The scripture say oppression make a wise man mad.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
when I see the conditions of my people, it makes me angry, extremely angry. You know what I mean? So it ain't fun seeing heroin addicts and crack addicts and dust heads and all of that. It ain't you know what I mean? It ain't cool. So, you know what I mean? That's where it come from. You know what I mean? That's where it come from. So that passion just come from pain.
It just come from seeing your people so destroyed and dilapidated.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. It's like watching somebody drown. You know what I'm saying? That's where it come from, man. You know what I mean?
It was really just to see the resurgence of your people.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know. So I'm gonna forever be angry until my people get right. You know what I'm saying? Until my people get right, till Christ return. I'm gonna stay angry. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna stay angry, stay passionate, and plus I'm motivated by my brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of course, such as yourself. You know what I'm saying? The men above me, generals on down. You know what I'm saying? Motivated to see brothers come together. Not because we grew up in the sandbox. You know what I'm saying? Not because we hustled together. Not because we did this at a third. But because that Bible brought us together, you know what I'm saying? Because Commander Junior Honda never dropped his sword, you know what I mean?
Right.
And for him not dropping our sword, picked us up, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's something that I cherish deeply, you know what I mean? And that's it, I cherish that deeply, man. It means a lot to me.
All right, so ShalahYaahla, man. Take us back to ShalahYaahla in middle school.
Middle school, man, all right, middle school I was knucklehead, you know what I'm saying? Knucklehead. I was a smart ass, you know what I mean? I was as smart as I can. I wasn't tremendously bad, but I was gonna get the last word. I didn't care who it was. You know what I mean? So that was me. You know.
You say you from YO?
I went to I lived in YO. I grew up in Ossining, which is right outside the Bronx.
Shout out BX.
You know what I'm saying? And
shout out Ossining.
moved down to Richmond for a little while, but in
Richmond,
middle
VA?
school, yeah, around to Richmond. You know what I'm saying? Big up the VA. Yeah.
Big up VA. Shout out VA.
You know what I mean? And in middle school, like I said, that's when I started getting high. You know what I mean? You know, I started doing a whole bunch of knucklehead shit. You know what I mean? Excuse my language. You know what I mean?
This is Nach TV, man. You say whatever you need to say on Nach TV.
Most on crack.
Yeah,
A bunch of typical knucklehead shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Running around. I think a lot of my friends at that time I guess started selling crack. That's when you start selling crack. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Around that age, 13, 14, whatever the case may be. Me myself personally, like I said, this was a knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was, whatever with me.
Right.
You know
I'm trying to survive.
Yeah, just out there. You know what I'm saying? Just being a knucklehead. You know what I mean? Word.
So you get through that. You know what I mean? High school. What was that like?
Same thing. Well, ain't nothing changed. I was just getting higher. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to be a little more conniving.
Shout out to high school.
Yeah, learn how to be a little more conniving, a little more sneaky. You know what I'm saying? You
back up top in high school?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, learn how to be a little more sneaky. You know what I mean? A little more conniving. And it didn't stop. It just graduated. You know what I'm saying? I hated school. You know what I'm saying? I hated school to death. You know what I'm saying? With a passion. Only thing I liked about school. Only thing I liked about school. All right, what's going on? Only thing I liked about school was, of course, being around, my niggas, you know what I'm saying, the females and all that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I said, ripping and running, you know what I mean? Other than that, school wasn't never really my thing, you know what I mean? Until I came across somebody who was really into school, and then, she kind of got me motivated to try to do the school thing, you know what I mean?
So what was that? How that whole situation happened?
Ah, man, well, just, got a little caught up, you know what I'm saying, with a little situation, you know what I'm saying? Good situation. Like I said, she was a little nerdy, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the nerdy John.
Yeah, nice little nerdy girl, you know what I'm saying? And she motivated me to try to go to college and do all that, do all of that. And I did for a minute, you know what I'm saying? I did, went out to Virginia Union University.
VCU, was it VU?
Yeah, VU, went out there for a little while. But when I got out there, it wasn't really a college, you know what I mean? Everybody was kind of wilding, you know what I'm saying?
Popping. Shout out to the college dorms. Shout out to every college campus.
Yeah, it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I ran into a whole bunch of dudes. That's when I started meeting people from other places, because you could be kind of trapped into your own neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is New York, you know what I'm saying? I started meeting brothers from Philly, DC. I met brothers from Alaska, Texas. I mean, all over the place, and that's when I realized that everybody got the same story, you know what I'm saying? Right. Everybody hood different, the slang might be different, but the pain is still the same no matter where we at, you know what I'm saying? No matter where we at, and I realized that I linked with a lot of good brothers out there, a lot of good sisters too, but you know what I'm saying, mainly a lot of really good brothers out there from a lot of different places. I got the opportunity to travel, you know what I'm saying, up and down the East Coast, you know what I'm saying, and go to a lot of brothers' neighborhoods and all of that. It was, you know what I mean, so it was a good experience, you know what I'm saying. I didn't finish, you know what I mean, but the time that I was there, I soaked up, every brother's culture, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. They neighborhood culture, you know what I mean. So I've always been like that, you know what I mean. I've never been like stuck in one dimension, you know what I mean. Always like to travel, go to different neighborhoods, meet different people, so forth and so on. So that's kind of the experience I got being in college, you know what I'm saying.
So now you are VA. You are VA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
V to the Israel.
Okay, I said that there for a minute.
So now, what was the trip like back to New York? Cause when I met you, you was in New York, nigga.
Yeah, when I to go from VA back to New York, it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Cause me and my man, I was down in VA. I stayed down there for a minute, for a good 7 years maybe, you know what I'm saying? And me and my man from Durham, North Carolina, we was out there.
Shout out to Durham.
Yeah, Bull City. We was out there, and we was doing things that we had no business doing, you know what I'm saying? And we was living, you know what I'm saying? We was living. We stopped doing whatever we was doing. Everything dried up, you know what I'm saying? Everything dried up. We had to get the hell out of there, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I ended up back in New York. If things were still flowing, I'd probably still be in VA. But that's how I ended up going back to New York, because it was just time to skip town, you know what I'm saying?
Dry.
Not that I was on a run, no crazy shit like that. It just was time to skip town, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so now you find it's cremas. It's cremas, you racist.
Yep.
It's cremas. So now,
Okay.
you find your situation back in New York, right?
Yeah.
You living, what's that like?
I mean, it was alright for me, you know what I'm saying, when I came back. I had to get back on my feet, because I was used to having all, my own little spot and all of that. So I had to go back with my Dukes for a minute, you know what I'm saying? And I was at that time I moved back to, I think, Yonkers at that time.
Why, yo?
Yeah, I moved to Yonkers, and like I said, it was the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really changed. I still was like a knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? Still a knucklehead, getting high as I can be. Just learning how to be a master thief. You know what I'm saying? Master liar.
Thief.
Yeah, and conniver. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really changed. Everything just got, you know, I just graduated to the next level of things. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really no change. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really nothing.
So how you find the home of the truth? How you find the ISUPK?
All right, check it out. So how I found the UPK was this. When I was young, right, we used to go, my moms would take me down to 125 and go shopping for school clothes and all that, Buster Browns, or, you know, or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to 125th and London.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And one day I remember this, that I seen some brothers on the corner, you know what I'm saying? At the time they had their heads all wrapped up with turbans, you know what I'm saying? Like some Punjabis or some Indians or something. You know what I mean? So they had the turbans on. Well, Beatrice we know now.
Right.
You know what I mean? They was on the corner, and I remember this specifically. That the white man was the devil, you know what I'm saying? And Christ was black. I remember they were saying that, you know what I mean? And I remember my mom used to take me across the street because they didn't want to walk past me. At that time, you know, brothers was deep and all of that. And I remember there was Israelites. Now, mind you, I was like 9 years old. As time fast forward and move on, like I said, I was so depressed. You know what I'm saying? When I say depressed, I mean not now walking around moping and crying, but I was just so indulged and getting high and stealing and making, you know, whores out of as many women as I can, doing shit that I had no business really doing. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the depressing part. You know what I mean? So I was like, that's want to change. You know what I'm saying? And I seen everything that was going on with my people, cops killing us and so forth and so on. I said, damn, there gotta be something better for us out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So one time it was crazy. I had like Googled or some shit, blacks in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? And something had came up, some crazy corny shit came up that wasn't true, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it started me on my journey.
Right.
So I said, yo, let me try to find them Israelite niggas again.
Right.
So I typed in Israelites in New York. You know what I'm saying? And a video came up. And this video came up, it was Captain Ty War.
Shout out Cap Ty.
It was Captain ShalahYaahla.
Shout out Captain ShalahYaahla.
And there was one other brother, I can't remember the brother's name. You know what I'm saying? There was one other brother in this video. It was three of them.
Shout out Captain ShalahYaahla.
It was three of them. And it was like 30 of them other cats. You know what I'm saying? Them fake Israelite cats.
Right.
So they going back and forth. So I'm looking like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are these three dudes? You know what I'm saying? They're standing there doing that. And then I seen the.
Was it in Times Square?
It was in Times Square, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the other cat's name, but you know them other dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I had seen Captain ShalahYaahla. He had the garment on with the beard. I said, those are the niggas I used to see on the corner right there. Them. You know what I mean? So my thing was, I said, y'all gotta go find those three dudes. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just them three. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just them three. And that's when I decided to go look for them. I started watching all the videos, tracking them down, you know what I mean? And I went down 125th looking for them and all of that.
Back down Lennox.
Yep, I was looking for them, you know what I mean? And I had seen a street vendor outside. And I asked him, said, yo, you know I can find ISUPK? So, you know what I mean? They was like, who? You know what I'm saying? Like, talking to them crazy niggas on the corner? So I said, yeah, them.
Yeah.
They was like, nah, but they be holding classes down in the basement of the projects. So I said, all right. They was like, yo, don't go. You know what I'm saying? He's like, because I know niggas that go down there and they'll never come out. I said, what? I was so depressed and fucked up in life. I said, well, fuck it. I'm going to go down there. You know what I'm saying? If I don't come out, I ain't losing nothing.
Right.
So I went down there and they was right. You know what I'm saying? They was right. I went down there and the dude I was never came back out again. You know what I mean? I was stuck. You know what I'm saying? I was stuck after that.
So ShalahYaahla came out. And whoever that was before,
he was
died.
done. He was done. It was a done deal. Yeah, it was a done deal.
Damn. All right. So what? Okay. So what can you say about that transition in life? Like, what was that like?
I mean, it was for me, it was good. You know that feeling you get, that zeal you got when you're a trooper. You know what I mean? It just felt good to know, like, damn, these dudes go hard for this. You know what I mean? You so used to seeing people go hard for selling drugs or gangbanging or whatever the case may be, but to see these rough, rugged men who are the best men walking on the face of the earth, and the sisters as well. You know what I mean? To see how they go hard for this and stick together and all of that, it just was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So me, it was like I started all over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I started all over. It was it was good, man. I loved it. You know, I still love it to this day.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was the best thing that ever happened in my life. Now, of course, you're gonna lose a lot of different people. You're gonna lose family, friends, jobs, whatever. You're gonna lose all of that shit.
Right.
But I didn't mind losing that. You know what I'm saying? To gain this brotherhood, to gain this truth, to gain this knowledge, I lose everything. You know what I mean? So it was good for me. You know what I'm saying? Still good to this day.
So you talk about losses and gains, like
Uh-huh.
when you speak about gains and gaining truth and knowledge and brotherhood, can you expand on that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? As far as expanding, as far as like gaining the brotherhood, you find people who genuinely care about you. You know what I'm saying? In the world, you might think somebody care about you. You know what I'm saying? You think this is my man because y'all get high together, or y'all hustle together, y'all gang bang, or whatever y'all doing together. You think this is your man, but the same dude that'll sleep with your girl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sleep with your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Steal from you.
Right.
I know for a fact because that's how nasty and slimy I was. You know what I'm saying? So you know that shit for a fact. And here, in this truth, that's a no-go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an absolute no-go. That shit don't happen. It will never happen. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the brotherhood, you know what I'm saying, that I gained. Brothers that I can truly trust with my life. You understand what I'm saying? Not just my life, my daughter's life, whoever, you know what I'm saying? I can trust them with my life, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how I gained from the brother. Hey, shalom, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by gaining the brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? And the sisterhood as well. You know what I mean?
So if I could ask you a question, how would you define brotherhood now that you lived your life and you've been through what you've been through? How would you define brotherhood?
To me, brotherhood is being selfless. You know what I'm saying?
Selfless.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Being selfless, putting your brother first where you put yourself first. You understand what I'm saying? That's true brotherhood. You know what I mean? Is to say, you know what? I care for my brother's feelings and wants and needs before I care for mine. You know what I mean? I don't want to do nothing to hurt another brother because I don't want that shit done to me. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put that brother's thoughts and his feelings and his everything first before I do for myself. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how it is in the UPK. Brothers put themselves last. You know what I'm saying? They put the brotherhood first. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's true brotherhood, being selfless.
Selfless.
Word.
I like that. So can you talk about that day when you first walked into the school? Captain ShalahYaahla, Cap Cot Desire.
Yeah.
All the brothers was in there. Can you talk about that day?
Yeah, first day I went into class, you know what I'm saying? I had I had a weapon on me at the time, you know what I'm saying? Captain Katazai, they patted me down, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know they do pat down. Right. Walk up in there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, Captain Katazai hit me with the pat down, took my joint, you know
Shout
what I'm saying?
Cat.
Yeah, he took it, you know what I mean? And you know, I went up in there, sat down, you know what I mean? And I sat down, all of that, and
Get some
and that was pretty much it, you know what I'm saying? Captain Zarek walked in, he was teaching, and I was in a trance, you know what I'm saying? What he was saying and the question that was being answered and all of that, I was in an absolute trance, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew I was home, you know what I'm saying? I knew I was home. So that first day, I knew I was there forever, you know what I'm saying? I knew I was there forever, and I loved it, you know what I'm saying? Our brothers was having classes in the projects, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I loved it, man. I miss those days, you know what I'm saying? Some
Right.
beautiful times, you know what I mean?
So if I could, Officer ShalahYaahla, what's your name mean?
Requested by the Most High. Yeah, Most High in Christ.
That's heavy. Could you speak on what your name was and what you are today?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, of course in the world I had a filthy, disgusting slave name, you know what I'm saying? But I remember the day Captain Tazari had called me when I was a young man, you know, about to be a trooper. He had called me. He told my name was ShalahYaahla. I didn't know what he was saying. I couldn't pronounce it. None of that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what? You know what I mean?
Right.
So he told me my name meant requested by the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And I took that to heart. You know what I mean? Because when I found this truth, I used to run with these 4 particular dudes, and running with them, we used to do a little bit of everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
And all them dudes now, they all dead, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not. I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? And so when I heard request by the Most High, it meant something to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I should be dead too. You know what I'm saying? I was doing the same dumb shit they was doing. You know what I'm saying? I should be not here. You know what I'm saying?
But the Lord requested
you know, Lord requested me. You know what I'm saying? So I took that to heart. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I try to it's like somebody vouching for you. You know what I'm saying? Or co-signing something for you. Or you know what I mean? You don't ever want to let that person down. You know what I'm saying? So That's how I look at it. I never want to let the Most High down. And with that being said, I don't want to let down my brothers, my sisters, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean? I was vouched for. You know what I'm saying? I was requested.
Right.
So that's what my name is.
All right. Anything else you want to tell our 3 subscribers or 2 followers out there?
Nah, man, listen, man. Just, you know, coming to this truth, man. It's a life changer. You know what I'm saying? Save your life. And not only just save your life, it could be a domino effect to save other people's lives. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Learn how to be the example. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Learn how to be the example. I don't care where you. I don't care if you out in Albuquerque, New Mexico, when you by yourself, man.
Shout out Albuquerque.
Yeah, shout out to Albuquerque. Hold this truth down. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to be who you are. There's brothers and sisters out here that really genuinely love you and care for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and big up to Commander and Johanna, man. You know what I'm saying? For never dropping the sword, for staying strong, for a little, you know, for a dirty nigga like myself, man. You know what I mean? So, word. That's pretty much all I want to say on that. You know what I'm saying? Get up in this truth, man. Word.
Most High Christ, man. ShalahYaahla. Why-yo, baby.
Sam.
We got to represent for the culture. Niggas coming out here with all this funny color hair, skinny jeans and shit. Fuck that, nigga. We taking it back to the fringes. Motherfucking Spikes, nigga, representing for the Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? Angry Black Man Media, nigga. We getting it in. We bringing that real shit back.
I match my guns with the sneaks. That's my fashion week. Go ask the streets. Dog, we got massive beef. We pass elite. Play this on blast, repeat. Let it go worldwide, let the masses peep. I don't care if she thick or her ass petite. She want war with the D, she a casualty. Long as she don't got no limits like I'm Master P. Fucking bitches! Boom, dick style!
No, do that shit over again. I had one last.
You know I'm squeezing on triggers, my bullets hitting you won't heal it with stitches. You don't want that, you don't wanna get your skull cracked. Better tighten up when a nigga tell you fall back. Titties on the drum, you a sucker, give you all that. When you stand tall at, that's where you gon' fall at.